Hello everybody, this is Dr. Swanson. I'm putting this brief video together to give you a little introduction to COMM 362 Public Relations Writing, the online asynchronous course that you're enrolled in. This is just a brief introductory video that's going to go at the top of the Canvas page to familiarize you with generally how this class is going to work. There's going to be specific videos in each of the topic areas so that when you get to the topic area, you've got some guidance from me to show you where you're going and what we're doing. So this is the overview video of COMM 362. What you've enrolled in is a completely asynchronous course, meaning there's not going to be any Zoom meetings this semester. All the work that you're going to be doing is going to be individual, on your own, in terms of you actually doing the work. There will be some teamwork involved, and I'll get to that in a minute. So what's really important right off the bat with this course is that you make sure you're familiar with everything that's here. This is where the course is, right here in Canvas. So you need to make sure that you have looked through, or will look through, all the areas of Canvas so you know what's happening in each of the topic areas and where things are in the modules. It's really important that you understand the syllabus and the calendar. If you have the ability, please print off a copy of the syllabus. I always think it's best to have a copy on paper right in front of you if you can. So if you have that ability, print off a copy of the syllabus and calendar. And make sure you understand that this is a complicated course with a lot of different elements that fit together, and it's really important that you demonstrate good time management along the way. So make sure your schedule, whether it's work and other classes and all that, allows you time to really invest in this class, because you're going to need to invest time in reading, in study. You're going to need to invest a lot of time in the writing of the assignments. These assignments may look simple, but these are not things that you can just sit down and bang out and be done with them. I mean, that's not public relations writing anyway, and it's not PR writing in this class. You're going to be working in a team on some assignments, so that means there's going to be collaboration with you and your team members, and that collaboration is going to occur in the cloud in Google Drive. So all of these elements are really important, and I don't want you to think that this class is going to be easy. And I don't want to scare anybody. This is not easy. This is a challenging class because it's so focused on the details. And so I just want to give you that preparation advice ahead of time. So take some time in these first few days of the class to really look through Canvas and see what it's all about. Look through the syllabus, look through the calendar, understand what's here. All of the course content is now here, except the final exam news release that you're going to write. Everything else is here, and it's active, and you can see it. And so at this point, there shouldn't be any surprises in terms of the lay of the land of this course. So here's something that you need to do in this very first week. You need to join a team. And there are instructions in that for Canvas. Basically, you want to go to the People link, which should be over here on the left-hand side of your screen, or maybe it's over here. But anyway, wherever the left-hand side of your screen is, I think it's over here. You should go to the People link, and you will see teams there. And I want you to join a team, because there are assignments in here that you will be doing in a team, collaborating on them in Google Drive. And I know people always go, oh, teamwork, I hate teamwork. You know, we all say that when we're in college. We hate teamwork. But we do it because that's how public relations is carried out in the real world. It's carried out in teams. And so it's really important for you to get some practice working in teams, especially when we're talking about writing, because writing is, on the one hand, it's kind of a personal thing, and on the other hand, you're going to have to write with a team to produce a document with an intended set of outcomes. So that's why we do the teams thing here, and it's really important. I want you to understand that the way I structure this class, the way this class is run, is the way public relations writers work in the real world. They work on deadline, they work individually, they work in teams, they work with a complex set of instructions, they work with a lot of different things going on at the same time. This is how public relations is in the real world. And this may be your first experience doing any real public relations writing. And so I want you to see how this plays out, because if you've taken the PR Principles class, and undoubtedly you have, that's very theoretical, conceptual. It's like taking a look at public relations. In this class, we're going to be actually doing public relations, and so there's a big difference. So that's something I want you to be aware of. By the end of this week, you need to join a team. And I think the way the wording is in Canvas, it says you need to demonstrate activity. Well, you demonstrate activity for me in these first few days of the class by joining a team and by going around and clicking through Canvas and looking at the different elements of this course. My dashboard allows me to see that you've been here and you've been working on these things. So please join a team by the end of the week, and then you can go to your team folder and you can begin communicating with the other members of your team. It's important that I see that demonstration of activity within the first few days of the class, because if I don't see that, we're moving too fast and you're not going to be able to keep up. So please do that. If at any point in this class, either now or at any time in the future, you have a question, please reach out to me, because I'm here to help you. And even though this is an asynchronous online environment, I want to do everything I can to assure your success. So please reach out to me. If you ask a question that seems relevant for everybody in the class, maybe other people are wondering about it too, I may take your question and put it in discussion, so that, or an announcement, one or the other, so that we can all see what your question was and what my answer to the question was. So that's something I need you to be aware of also. So bottom, and I don't want to keep this video too long, but bottom line is I want to make this class very practical, very relevant, very much reflective of what PR writers do in the real world. And in the real world these days, PR writers are meeting with clients and other members of their creative team online. They are collaborating online in the cloud. They still have strict deadlines to adhere to. And in the real world of PR, always, there's no do-over. You get one chance to do it right. Now, in this class, I'm not going to be that draconian. You're not going to make one mistake and be banished forever. So I am very much cognizant of the fact that this is a learning experience. And you should be cognizant of something too, that you are going to be learning to write in ways that you have never written before. And at times, it'll be frustrating, because nobody's asked you to write like this before, and now I am. And so that's why the investing of time in your work in this class is so important, to read the chapters, to understand the concepts, to go out on your own on the internet and look at other examples of whatever this tool is that you're going to be writing, to look at the examples in the book, to get feedback from me, to get feedback from other members of your team perhaps, because what we're talking about in this class is ultimately a balance between two things. It's a balance between the art and the craft. And the art part of that is the creative writing. Exciting sentences, words used, that kind of thing. The craft is the structure that it goes into. You can write very artistically, but if you don't have the right structure, it's not going to work as a public relations tool. You can have the right structure, and if you write in a boring, cliched, systematic way, nobody's going to accept it. So that's public relations writing in a nutshell. It's the art and the craft, and they blend together. They're very much like the two sides of your brain, the left side and the right side. They both work differently. And so in this class, I'm going to do everything I can to help you bring out these ideas that it's art and it's craft. And it results from a strategic plan. Everything we do in this class results from a plan. We don't just sit down and start banging stuff out. Planning is really, really important. So that's my kind of mind stream of thoughts as we begin to enter the class, so that you have an idea of what I'm thinking as we move forward in public relations writing. I welcome your questions at any point in time. And again, there will be more videos throughout the semester. There will be more structured, because I'll be working from a script. I'm not working from a script today. They'll be more structured and help you be as successful as possible in COMM 362. Thank you very much for your time and attention.